Another emotion-filled day in Minneapolis as the jury in the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin heard from George Floyd's girlfriend, at times breaking into tears. She described how they met, his struggle with opioids, and her horror at how he died. Stephen Fabian is in Minneapolis with the latest.
George Floyd's girlfriend weeps openly on the witness stand as she talks about their relationship. 45-year-old Courtney Ross said they met when she went to visit the father of her children who lived at a homeless shelter. She was upset, and Floyd, who worked as a security guard, asked if he could pray with her.
We've been through so much, my sons and I. And this kind person just to come up to me and say, "Can I pray with you?" When I felt alone in this lobby. It was so sweet.
She said dating George Floyd was an adventure.
We went out to eat a lot. Why? Because Floyd loved to eat a lot. He's a big man, and it took a lot of energy to keep him going, and he loved food. And so did I. It was fun. It was an adventure always.
She told the jury she and Floyd battled drug addiction and that Floyd was hospitalized for 5 days last March after a heroin overdose. CBS national correspondent Jamie Yukas.
I think a lot of people thought that by bringing George Floyd's girlfriend in, Courtney Ross, that she would humanize him. It turns out that the prosecution used her as a way to try to get ahead of what the defense's central argument will be. And their central argument will be that George Floyd died of a drug overdose with underlying health conditions, not the knee to the neck.
The jury also saw dramatic video of the desperate attempts by paramedics to save George Floyd's life. You can see the accused, Derek Chauvin, turning away as Floyd is placed inside the ambulance. The trial is exposing the pressure to spot counterfeit bills placed on young clerks and cashiers who work at stores like Cup Foods. 19-year-old cashier Christopher Martin flagged the counterfeit $20 bill that Floyd used to pay for cigarettes. That led to the fatal confrontation with cops. There are millions of dollars in counterfeit money in circulation. Store clerks here at Cup Foods and other mom-and-pop stores across America risk having to pay out of pocket for any counterfeit bills they accept. And some say that puts an unfair burden on inexperienced young workers. I spoke with Cup Foods owner Mike Abu-Maile.
Would you actually make one of your employees pay for the counterfeit?
No, and we never have before.
He showed me a stack of counterfeit bills that customers tried to use in the past. He uses them to train employees on how to spot phony bills.
I'm going to be honest with you, they look real to me. How can you tell?
Yeah, there's good ones and bad ones.
At Cup Foods today, the trial being live streamed inside the store for customers. A gesture by the owners to acknowledge the tragedy that unfolded in the street just outside the store.
Also today, a paramedic took the stand and testified that as they left the scene, the cardiac monitor was showing a flat line. No activity in George Floyd's heart.